Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is a reading regarding the new moon in Capricorn, which is today, January 18th, Sunday. And for me, for example, this new moon in Capricorn is in my 4th house of home. And I did have a lovely weekend of actually being able to clean my house and having enough energy to do that. So yay. I hope you guys are having a very productive new moon in Capricorn as well. And we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1, which is the relationships pile. If you'd like to talk about that for pile number 1, you'll choose pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have transformation. If that's what you're feeling on this new moon in Capricorn, you'll choose pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have focus. Focus, okay? If you're feeling the energy of focus, you'll choose pile number 3. Okay. And you can go directly to the description box below. Some things I've really been thinking about on this full moon. This new moon in Capricorn is this concept of arguing with people about what the truth is. And sometimes the truth is just the quiet at the center of our being. And how important it is for survivors to have a voice and to have a way to communicate what they have been through, especially what we have going on in today's world, which is, I know, very upsetting for a lot of people. And I hope on an inner level, everyone is doing okay. Please let me know how you're doing in the comments if you feel so inclined. And I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell and begin pile number 1. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the relationships pile. And for those of you here who have a lot of questions regarding relationships and this new moon in Capricorn, we will go ahead and get into that, okay? And I am seeing the letters T and N, could be Tennessee, or just the letters T and N are definitely coming out. I also see the number 11. Okay, somebody could have the birthday on the month, the 11th of the month, or in the 11th month of the year. Okay, which would be November. And let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this party started. Pile number 1. And I'm also seeing 7F. 7F. Okay. F could be somebody's initial or somebody's name. It could also be somebody's apartment building or apartment number or house number. 7F is what I am seeing. Okay. And for those of us out there wanting to build new relationships in our life, it is definitely a time of courage for that. But also, if we're thinking about someone from our past and how someone is doing, the struggles of the past, let's go ahead and drop into the energy. Pile number 1, you're here to ask about your relationships on this new moon in Capricorn. Let's go ahead, please, for pile number 1. Spirit, what say you for pile number 1 regarding this new moon in Capricorn? I don't know why I just got the Jumbotron, which is that big, like if you're at a concert and they show people up on a screen. And I remember, I don't know if you guys remember earlier last year when they had that CEO up there with the woman that he was having an affair with in HR, and their pictures got blasted all over the internet. Do you guys remember that? Okay, maybe we're here because somebody's worried about cheating, or there was cheating in the past, or there's concern that someone could be a cheater or was a cheater, because I just got that word Jumbotron. Reminded me of that. We have 2 of Cups, We have Ten of Cups. Wow. And we have Page of Pentacles. Wow. And maybe some of you have really experienced a lot of partners. I'm getting the word indifference, like partners in the past who were very indifferent, partners that lied, partners that you couldn't really tell what was going on with them because they acted very indifferent towards you. Okay. And the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups are very much like being very, it's like being joined at the hip. It's like really, really connecting. And the Page of Pentacles is that beautiful, slow, easy-going growth that we look for, where we can truly open our heart to someone, where we can truly trust someone, where we truly can feel their energy on a deep level. When there is like such a strong sense of bonding on a deep soul level is kind of what I'm feeling here. Okay, and I love the trees in the background because trees, they just, you know, they live hundreds of years. They're very stable. They represent stability. And we see the person here standing on one leg and holding that core very tightly, which is a balancing act, and it is an act of trust. And sometimes we have to go very, very slow. When we are Page of Pentacles, we have to go very slow and take it very easy when we're bonding with someone on such a deep level. But dang, it feels good. It feels really, really good to bond with somebody on such a deep level. Oh my goodness, we have the Lovers. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and having good health and good habits around relationships. Okay, that includes sexual health, emotional health, mental health, when it comes to making decisions and choices around who we can trust relationship wise. We have Nine of Air, and this is where we can be expecting the worst. Okay, when we can be really, really worried, and we can be like, am I making the right decision? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just not sure. And I feel some of you here, you've been very happy with this Page of Pentacles growing on your own or spending time by yourself in a healing space. But I do feel like you are craving that sense of togetherness, and also with, I'm getting with this Two of Cups, a feeling of skin on skin, or a feeling of being really close to someone, touching them skin on skin, holding, hugging. Look at the hug there. Holding, hugging, touching. And it doesn't have to go fast. It doesn't have to be, something that goes quickly. Okay, but there's a worry here with the Lovers and the Nine of Air. Like, in the past, this person was really indifferent with me. In the past, I really put myself through mental hell trying to make the right decisions about my relationships. And I want to be more relaxed. I want to be more trusting. I want to be more open, but it's hard. And we have the Devil here. Okay. And, the Devil can really be a false person, or it can be a fear that is holding us back, because we had in the past a false person who really tore us down, who really made us second guess every decision, who kept us up late at night wondering what was going on, where were they, what's happening, etc. And I do feel like you are blocking that energy in your life, pile number one. I really do. Okay, we have changing them. Trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. Okay, and trying to have slow, healthy growth, stable growth with the Devil is very, that's a very challenging thing. And, and anytime we have a belief that we can change somebody, we're going to spend every time in nervous energy, right? Because we could have some really touching moments with a particular person, but at the end of the day, we're going to be up late at night. We're going to be worried. We're going to be concerned. We're going to be like constantly on edge, wondering if they're going to fall back into their own ways. Devil, okay? We're going to worry, right? At nighttime, okay? During the daytime, they're all sweet. They're all lovey-dovey. They're all like beautiful and kind with me. But at nighttime, I'm up late worrying about them. Where are they? Okay. They seem very indifferent towards me. They make it seem like my care about them is a pain in the ass. Okay. To them, that type of stuff. Pile number one. Okay. And this type of stuff can be a very hard to deal with because we can truly have some beautiful moments with people. But if we don't have that stability, like a tree or a slow growth or continuous growth, then things can be fleeting moments of sweetness that are really nice, but it doesn't, if that's not who that person truly is, then those moments of sweetness and things like that are never gonna, I don't know, we're always going to be stuck in a pattern of worry. Are they going to regress back to their old habits, right? And so I feel like that's kind of what some of you may be dealing with. We have self-reflection. I feel like some of you are just like, yeah, I need to take a big, deep breath about this whole thing, Natalie. And I need to take a moment. I'm looking inward to help me see what to do to improve and make better choices in my life. And I'm becoming aware of this, right? I'm becoming aware that I can get easily seduced with the dream, right? 10 of Cups, devil. I can get easily seduced with a fantasy or easily seduced with a dream, but then I end up nervous and on edge because we're moving too quickly. Not enough time has passed. There's no, yeah, we had some good moments, but then there were moments where I literally had no idea what was going on with this person. And so I feel like, that could make you very nervous, and it could make you really nervous about talking to someone again or giving someone a second chance again. Okay. And here's the thing, pile number one, if you go into the situation thinking you're going to change this person, I feel like no, it's hard. They're not gonna, because the lovers, they have two sides to them. They have this very, like, in the present moment, charming, caring, considerate side, but then they also have a side that can very much go back to old habits. Okay. And so I feel like you're just saying to yourself, I don't want to go back to old habits. And I feel that. We have dragon and passion. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. So pile number one, I'm going to remind you of your own free will in this situation and let you know you don't have to go along with all this. And, yes, it could be really nice in the moment, and there may be some beautiful, loving, kind moments that you share with the person, but at the end of the day, you don't have to consent to this energy of being on edge all the time with someone, okay? And if you need to take a step back and you need to you need more time on, to kind of calm your own mind and to take care of your own self and maybe spend some more time alone, that's fine. You don't need to, the dragon is here to remind you, you don't have to accept this pattern. Okay, you don't have to accept this person. You don't have to accept this pattern. At the end of the day, you're a dragon, okay? And it's up to you. It's also a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious, right? So self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble, okay? And it's so easy in the moment, right, to get caught up in the feelings and the emotions, right? And I feel like you are a very passionate person. You're like, come here, pulling someone close, kissing them, wanting to feel that connection with them. There's a deep fire and a passion within you. But Spirit is asking you, especially if you're around like devil energy, if you're around bad habits, if you're around a person who is very indifferent towards you at times, Spirit is saying, practice self-control and be cautious, okay? Especially sexually, pile number 1. I'm just going to tell you that, okay? And the new moon in Capricorn is a great time to be cautious and conservative with who we're giving our energy to. All right, it's a great time to practice that self-control, that Saturnian self-control. We have new moon in Pisces. Wow, wonder, okay? Follow your dreams. And maybe some of you are having dreams about this person, or you're very sensitive, and I do feel like you wonder where this person is, what they're thinking. Okay, I'm seeing the name Kelly, or K-E, like a name that starts with K. I also feel like I'm seeing a name that ends in O-Y. O-Y. Okay, and it's so hypnotic emotionally. It's like being in a dream, to get caught up in the emotions and the memories of things, okay? And to always just kind of like remember the good parts of things, right? And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm also seeing a name with 2 double L's in it, okay? 2 double L's, a name that has 2 L's in it. And it's this beautiful, wonderful thing that you have, this very like dreamy, passionate side to you. Very creative, pile number 1. But I think you're becoming very self-reflective about, that you have a strong will and a fiery personality, and it's up to you. You don't have to get lost in this other person. You don't have to get lost in the moment. You can be self-aware and make sure that you stay not worried all the time, not like walking on eggshells, worried all the time, but just stay aware and be cautious and practice self-control, which means, I think, in this case, pile number 1, limiting a lot of sexual connection here too, perhaps. Yeah. And we have higher consciousness coming through. Sirius Palladians and the Arcturians are coming through in your reading with a lesson about higher consciousness and self-reflection, and the importance of self-awareness, and the importance of, emotions are here. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. Emotions are gorgeous creatures that guide us to our truth. But at the same time, sometimes we have to sit in contemplation separate from our emotions and kind of get above them and be higher than them and see the bigger picture, and see our role in a situation. And also, I feel the Arcturians are coming through to really remind you that, if you want to change this situation, or if you want to be more aware and more like having more self-control, the first step is within you, and is to step back and observe these emotions rather than getting tangled up in them. Okay? So pile number 1, I love that new moon in Capricorn, that giving us that certain level of detachment from things so that we can kind of pull back and really analyze things for what they are. So pile number 1, that's the message I'm getting for you on this full moon in Capricorn. Feel free to listen to pile number 2 or 3 if you like as well. And let's move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose transformation, and I love this card. I love the intensity. The butterfly is a major theme in your reading, and the eyes are very locked in, is what I would say. There's a lot of like stuff on social media about locking in, locking in and like lock into this part of the year and lock into your growth and all of that. And I feel like you guys are getting locked into a transformation here. Okay. I love the determination I see in your eyes coming through in this reading. Okay. And I see reds and yellows and oranges, which to me is reminding me of the base chakra, sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. So maybe you've really been trying to focus on those chakras or really create some change around that area of your life. And I'll be using today, pile number 2, the Starman Tarot. The tarot that is based on David Bowie for you guys today. And it's a pretty cool, interesting deck. You can see it there. And I thought it was really, it's kind of got an alien vibe to it. I thought it was really good for your pile on transformation. So let's go ahead and dive into the energy. Let's try to have some fun too, right, while we're at it. Let's see here. And the sacral chakra is all about that, creativity and that play. We have here Princess of Cups. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, it's so juicy. Pile number 2. We have the 9 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So emotional and deep. And look at, like I talked about, having fun, and look at that gorgeous yellow solar plexus energy coming through. Oh, I feel chills in your reading. I feel so enlivened, pile number 2. I feel alive in your reading. I love this energy. Good for you. Okay, and I see the lizard and the lizard tail. I was watching a lizard fight a cheetah the other day, a video of it, and the lizard kept smacking the cheetah with its tail and getting the cheetah to back off. And I was like, isn't that funny? Wow. And anyway, and you know what? Sometimes in life it's fun to just be goofy and notice weird things, right? And I love that. We have 5 of Cups. Okay. It's like I've seen too much. I don't want to see any more. I've cried enough tears, Natalie. I've cried enough tears. And look at all the emotions running through. Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Hallelujah. Pile number 2. Okay, and it's like I've seen, and look at how blue, the blue eye and the tears and the emotional storm that has been Saturn and Pisces, honestly, pile number 2, since March of 2023. And maybe some of you have been deep in the Saturn and Pisces. For like the last couple of years, there's been like moments where it's been like, sometimes I feel like all I'm doing is crying. Sometimes I feel like all I'm doing is pouring out my cups and, shedding tears and, re-traumatizing myself with old ghosts that are coming out of nowhere. And sometimes I feel like an emotional storm is always around me, and I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of crying these tears. I just want to be happy. I want to smile. I want to feel content with my life again. Okay. And yeah, and I want to feel alive again is what I'm getting in your reading. Pile number 2. And I feel you're going through a major emotional transformation. These are all cups. Okay, Princess of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, all cups so far in your reading, which is you're going through a massive emotional transformation. And with the Princess or Page of Cups too, some of you may be feeling I feel you guys are very intuitive, pile number 2, okay? You're very, some of you here may be water signs and very emotional anyway. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay? Or you may have that in your chart, but but you're getting in touch with yourself emotionally in a different way, is what I feel. And you want to use your emotions to feel motivated to participate in life. And I keep seeing green grapes. So perhaps some of you were eating green grapes because I keep seeing them and I'm like, okay, fine, green grapes. And I'm seeing the letter B, the letter H, W, T, F, TFW or GFW. Okay, if you have those initials or know anybody with those initials. I'm also seeing B2B, which is business to business. Okay, so I feel like in the B2B world, like selling business to business, I feel like with the solar plexus so fired up in your guys' reading, I feel there's a natural charm to the way that you approach your work and the way that you approach interacting with others. And I feel some of you are just going to be straight up fire. Like, you're like, I don't just dance in the fire, I drink the fire, Natalie. I drink that damn fire. And I'm like, good for you. Good for you. And you're like, I do it with a smile on my face. Okay. And I feel like maybe when you were younger, you were kind of like maybe paralyzed with all these emotions. You're like, and perhaps puberty was very rough on you and it was very emotional. And you're like, I don't even know what to do with all these feelings. And I don't even know where to go with all these emotions. And some of you may feel like your hair's been very wild and out of control, or lots of split ends, or very tangled up, or a lot of electricity in your hair, or like your hair's just been like a rat's nest lately. Pile number 2, okay? And like, it's funny because sometimes we have like our hair looks nice and normal on the top, but underneath it's like messed up or something like that, okay? And maybe some of you are like, yeah, my hair's been messed up for a while. And what? And so what? Okay? I'm still here anyway. I'm showing up anyway. Good. Good. Okay? I love to hear it. Pile number 2. And I'm also getting the energy of someone standing on a turtle rug or standing on something that's turtle related. That's a very niche thing. I don't even know what that is. I'm also seeing a baby crawling, or I'm seeing a baby crawling and then the word dads. Dads. Okay, DADS. All right, and maybe, yeah, for those of you that have kids and small children, or when you were a kid, it's like, where the hell's my dad? Or, something like that is kind of what I'm picking up on. All right. But pile number 2, lots of energy coming through in your reading. Okay. Lots of energy coming through here. But I feel like maybe for a long time you didn't know what to do with all these emotions. You're like, I don't know what to do with all this, honestly, to be honest with you, Natalie. And I'm like, you know what? That's okay. You're going to eat these emotions for breakfast and then you're going to start eating fire, is what I feel. Pile number 2. We have King of Earth. Ooh, and that's interesting because that's coming out under the card where I saw the word dads in it. Generous, professional, responsible, and practical. Okay. And maybe some of you had a lot of expectation on you from the time you were a kid from a father, or, you did have a father that was very generous, professional, responsible, and practical, but you're like, I'm way different. I'm way, like, my hair's way out of control, Natalie. I'm just way different. That's fine. Okay, maybe some of you had a Capricorn father or a father that was kind of strict or something. We have here High Priestess. Look at you. Or maybe you just felt that your dad didn't really understand you super well sometimes, that maybe he was good with dealing with certain things, but he didn't really get where you were coming from emotionally. And I feel like today you're just like, oh, well, you know, like, I don't know, like you could have, maybe in the past you could have cried about it or been upset about it, but I feel like now you're just like, oh, well, I'm gonna live my dream, okay? And yes, the High Priestess coming out under the Nine of Cups. Of course, you're very intuitive. I already mentioned that. Your entire reading is cups, you know? Of course, yeah. We have Page of Air. Logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Okay? And this can be where certain things that we're hearing, we're very sensitive to, and we're getting some very challenging information, and it does make us become very, emotional at times. Okay? Or we've had to change our plans around something so many times that it's just like, are you effing for real type of stuff? Okay? But I actually feel you guys are moving more from like the dead weight of the emotions and more towards looking at things logically and honestly and being curious, rather than being like sucked down into the mire, is what I feel. And if somebody does share information with you that kind of like makes you feel bad or makes you feel like crap or is kind of like causing a deep emotional reaction within you, I feel like you guys are taking a step back and you're saying, okay, why is that? Why is that? And I feel you're being very honest with yourself about this, pile number 2. Maybe sometimes brutally honest with yourself. Okay? And for those of you that have been very self-critical in the past and it has caused you a lot of pain, I feel like you're kind of just wanting to move away from that energy and be more open and happy towards life, or you're wanting to be more, have more deep fulfillment in your life without letting it water down who you are, without letting it water down your personality. Okay? Insecurities. Work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationships. That could be friendships, that could be at work, wherever you're dealing with others. Yeah, because the Page of Cups is very, very sensitive and very emotional. All right? And work on building your confidence. And that is solar plexus energy, right? That's core. Work on your core. And maybe some of you are working on your core right now. Maybe some of you are actually working out and working on your core. All right. And, a lot of times when we've been very self-critical or self-judgmental, or we've come from an environment where everybody around us was a particular way, but we were different type of thing, that can bring out a lot of insecurities. And maybe some of you did have a lot of insecurities when you were growing up as well. Perhaps some of the insecurity was because of your father, or because of his opinions about things, or lack of, appearance in your life. Okay? And maybe some of you did want a generous, professional, responsible, financially responsible father, but you didn't have that. Okay? And that can also create insecurities in us as well, too. And so, I feel like today, though, you're just kind of like, I just want to be happy and I just want to live my life and I don't want to sit here and cry anymore. And I get it. I get it, you know, and I feel some of you are like, I'm done being insecure. I am a hard worker and I am very professional. And I feel you guys have really become the king of earth. Like you guys are really becoming, you're seeing yourself as a more reliable, logical, honest person who happens to be very intuitive. And a lot of that self-questioning and self-criticalness is kind of from the past, or the pain from the past is kind of filtering away. And I feel like you're starting to see your strong side. The things that you are really good at. You know what? I am generous with others. You know what? I am responsible. You know what? People can trust me. Um, you know what? I am very patient with others. Where people weren't patient with me, I've learned to be patient with others. And yes, I am much more careful about the information that I take in these days, whether that be on social media or just from like negative people, whatever it is. You're like, I'm just much more careful about the type of information that I open myself up to these days. Good for you. Pile number 2. We have heal through art. Oh yeah, pile number 2. Express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. Heck yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, and that's where, like, ooh, I love that. I love that feeling. Pile number 2. I'm so happy for you in your reading. Heal through art, through what you do, through your creativity, through your craft. Even if you don't consider yourself to be artistic, what is your craft in life? What are you good at? And maybe learning Page of Air, what you're good at, and getting really committed to it. You have an intuitive sense for something. You're going to become very, very good at something. If you aren't yet, you will. Pile number 2, you will. And you're going to heal through practicing your craft, and it's going to bring you incredible joy. Okay, incredible joy. We have spider manifestation. You weave your web in life. What you see before you is the result of your thoughts and actions. If your current reality is not suiting you, then it's time to make some changes. That's where the transformation is coming in. And that's where you're getting really honest and logical. And if people are coming to you and I don't know, I just feel like you guys are saying with this Page of Air, you're kind of like, enough of this shit. You know, I've had enough of feeling sorry for myself, or I've had enough of being critical of myself. It doesn't stop. Like, there's plenty of people who do things out in the world and they don't do them 100% perfectly. It doesn't stop them from still doing it, right? Pile number 2, I feel like that is what you're saying. And truly, that's where our manifestations can come through. Yeah. Your energy can bring you all your desire. And this is the spider energy. The spider builds this beautiful, creative, artistic web, and it draws things into it. The spider is magnetic. And spider energy is very sacral chakra. It's very much about that magnetic draw and that creative dance within. And talk about healing through art with the sacral chakra. Absolutely. And some of you may have what I would say is very strong clairsentience with the High Priestess and this sacral chakra energy coming through, where if you're around somebody that is rubbing you the wrong way, or just isn't, the energy is off, right? Or they're not living honestly or in their truth. I feel like, you know, sometimes that can give you like a pain in your stomach, in your lower gut, or a pain that feels like something is rotting or hurting. And I know I've had that many times in my life, dealing with certain people in my life, and those people are no longer in my life. Pile number 2. But I feel like you guys, with this Page of Air, you're ready to listen to yourself. You're ready to listen to your intuition, and you're not gonna let um, whatever imperfections stop you, or whatever insecurities stop you from just doing the damn thing anyway. We have eclipse in Taurus and a re-evaluation. All right, and look at this big old heart here, a change of heart, a re-evaluation. You've had a change of heart. You said, I'm sick of crying. I'm sick of caring what these people always think. And maybe some of you have had some very challenging conversations with people, but in the past you held back. Okay, because spider energy, spiders can be very shy too. Maybe you've kind of held back at times, and just quietly worked in your corner. This Nine of Cups is way more open and in your face and outgoing in a very pleasant and lovely way. And I feel like you have seen the light on someone or something in your life, and you've had a big change of heart about something. And I love the sunflowers here too, because sunflower is solar plexus energy. Look at that all over the card. Gorgeous energy. Pile number 2. Okay. And you're reevaluating, I feel, your insecurities. And you're like, you know, Taurus is known for pushing through things regardless. Okay, so I have some insecurities. Okay, so I have some things in the past that hurt my feelings. I don't care. I'm going to push through it anyway. All right? And some of you may be giving some people a piece of your mind and stop not being quiet anymore, and kind of like being a little bit more cutting with what you think, particularly people that give you that rotting feeling in your gut. You might be giving them a big piece of their own medicine, or a big piece of your medicine, which basically says, I'm done, this type of stuff, pile number 2. But I like where you're headed with this. I really do. Yes, we have growth. The Amazon rainforest in Brazil. Oh my God. And look at that. Look at that jaguar or panther, big cat energy coming through in your reading. And whenever I see that, I always think, you know, courage, boldness, inner strength, power. And then you see the water just flowing behind it, right? Pile number 2, you have some very powerful animal guides that are protecting you. And your energy is very lovely and beautiful and peaceful on an inner level. Believe it or not, pile number 2, it really, really is. And because you are very loving, forgiving, peaceful, etc., you have some very, very powerful animal guardians around you, okay? And they're very quiet, I feel. They're very quiet at times. And they hide. Like, you can't always see them. You can't always feel them, but they are there. And when they need to step in front of you and guard your purity or guard your energy, they do, and they will. Okay? And I feel your growth is being protected by spirit. Okay? Pile number 2, your growth is being protected by the animal kingdom, by spirit, by a lot of energy right now. And for those of you that have, you know, dogs or cats at your house that you love and they love, their energy is also protecting you. Pile number 2. Okay? Very, very much so. And I feel, if you're like, do my animals see how I'm growing and how I'm changing? Very much so. Very much so. And they don't want anything to disturb this beautiful growth that you're having. And I feel like what they're saying to you is ride the waves. Yes, there'll be ups. Yes, there'll be downs. But keep the energy flowing. Keep the emotions going. Keep it pure. Keep it clean. Keep it flowing is what I feel. And there's going to be growth. So pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that that reading resonated for you. And I wish you the very best. And let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3, actually. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the focus pile, and today's reading is called New Moon in Capricorn, Advice for Now. And today is the New Moon in Capricorn. I have to say I am liking the energy. Pile number 3. Cleaned my house. Got a lot of things done that I wanted to get done. Just the basic things of life. That's what I love about Capricorn energy. Just, you know, you got a to-do list. You got the basic things of life that you need. And let's go ahead. And I love this focus card here. And maybe some of you are really working on focusing on one or two things that you really want to see growth or change in instead of kind of being all over the place. I also see a little bit of worry and a little bit of fear in the eyes here, okay? Maybe some of you have also been upset towards another person, like, geez, you know, why is it so easy for them? It's been really hard for me to get past this or to focus or to grow past this, okay? Spirit is coming through to tell you that Spirit has your back, okay? So let's go ahead here for pile number 3, really wanting to bring that focus through for this new moon in Capricorn. What is the message here for pile number 3? What is the message? It's hard to focus when there's like a heavy heart going on around in the world right now. I feel like there's a lot of heavy hearts right now, and maybe you've had a heavy heart about certain things. It's hard to, strength. Wonderful. You're such a strong example. Pile number 3. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Oh, there's going to be healing. And, oh, the 6 of Cups. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, and look, the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Thank God. We needed something nice, right? And I love this. For those of you that have been really focused on a particular issue in your life and you're like, I need to see healing, okay? And especially for those of you with any physical issues and the Ace of Cups for me as a reader is oftentimes a harbinger of good physical health. And, you know, the Strength card is very much about that strength, that physical strength. The Strength card is a very physical card. It's very based in the physicality in the tarot. And so I feel for some of you who've been wanting to build your strength back or focus on, you know, building back strength in areas where you feel like muscles have atrophied, or where you feel like, and it doesn't just have to be muscles, it could be where you feel like, you know what, like, it's just been a dark time, Natalie. It's just been a dark time, and I've been very worried about the people I love and care about, and I've been feeling very like there's weakness within me, or, you know, maybe I'm lacking courage or just something, you know. And with the Strength card, I feel like, no, the courage is there, okay? The courage is there to stand up and face our fears and to tame our fears, okay? And the Ace of Cups is healing. It is healing, okay? And it's gentle too. It doesn't have to be like ramming something in there. You know what I mean, pile number 3? It's a very gentle, caring energy. All right? And it's confidence too. It's, I've got this. This is going to be okay. I've got this. I've got control of this. Strength card. I've got control over this. Everything's going to be okay. All right? Just wait and see. And, you know, and I feel for those of you really wanting to build that strength back. Yeah. And I feel like with this Ace of Cups, it's very unexpected. I feel a very unexpected letter, text message, etc. of support coming through for you. Okay, this could be from a friend you haven't talked to for a long time. This could be like just anybody, really. A new friend that you're getting to know, somebody from your past, a family member you haven't talked to from a long time. I feel you're getting a very nice message or a very nice offer of support from other people or from another person. A very like kind message, okay? And this could even be like at work, a customer or a client of yours is like, thank you so much. Like, you really, really, really saved me. You really, really helped me. And it recognizes you, gives you like a good job for it. And you're all of a sudden you're reinvigorated in your purpose and you're like, okay, I've got this, I can do this. Okay, somebody gives you a really nice compliment, a well-deserved nice compliment that comes from the heart. It's like, oh, thank you, and it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like myself again. I feel like I'm in control of things. And again, like, we don't need other people to validate us. And I feel some of you here have been standing by yourself for a while, and the courage of standing alone, like trying to do things yourself. But I feel there's a very nice moment of recognition of others coming to you, others coming from them to you is what I feel. Okay, and with this Strength card, you have a lot to be proud of. Pile number 3, you've got a lot to be proud of. You've really, really done the best that you can, and more, okay? And we have here 2 of Earth. And 2 of Earth can be, it literally says on this card, too much going on at once. The need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. And yeah, I love the Strength card. It is a Leo card. It is where maybe we need to be more playful and more Ace of Cups, more open-minded, more playful, more gentle towards a situation. But this can be when there's just way too much going on, and we have to kind of like put boundaries, and we kind of have to and it's like, no, I can do everything. I don't want to have to do that. But at the same time, I feel like it's really good for you to put those boundaries. And for those of you that have just been having way too much going on, maybe some of you have been working 2 jobs, or you've needed 2 sources of income, or you've been juggling, work and family and bills and kids and just everything. It's too much sometimes, And I don't know, I feel you guys need a moment. First of all, with the Strength card, there's a need to get control of things. And then with the Ace of Cups, there's a need to relax. And maybe some of you need a spa. Like, you need a spa day. You need a massage. You need to go sit by the water for a while and you need soothing energy for the nervous system is what I feel, okay? We have King of Air. Brilliant. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice, okay? And if you're having trouble making a decision, you can always ask for help too, or ask for advice about a particular situation. Some of you guys may be going to an Earth sign, or not, I said Earth. Well, let's go with Earth. Some of you may be going to an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, we are on the Capricorn new moon, to get some advice. Okay, and for some of you, this could be about a professional situation, about a work situation. Speak your mind with confidence and seek out professional advice, And some people in this world do truly need to seek professional health. Pile number 3, I feel like it's not really you. That's not what I'm getting for you. You're like, yeah, I felt like that, Natalie, because I was going insane because I had way too much going on. But I feel like what you just need is somebody to like, sometimes it can be hard when we're in something to like, we need to do pros and cons and then cut certain things out, right? And we need to make logical choices, King of Air. And then we'll have more time for like relaxation because I really feel you guys need a nice massage or a spa day. Pile number 3, I do feel that. We have 5 of fire. Okay, that's very competitive energy. And somebody could be leading the charge here. Okay, and pile number 3, I'm getting the energy that somebody could be intimidated by you. All right. And I feel like you want to make peace with this person. There's an energy here with the 6 of Cups and Ace of Cups of healing a rift or making peace with someone. But I do feel like somebody may have gotten a little bit too much up in your business, or maybe they got a little bit too high on their horse and a little too competitive, okay? And if there is somebody like that, they could be an earth sign. I keep saying earth sign when I meant to say air, okay? They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they could be somebody that is a little too bossy, a little too judgmental, a little too like not really, just kind of going their own way, not really considering how it will make other people in the group feel. For some of you, this could be somebody at work that you're dealing with. And it kind of created like a vibe of competition or a vibe of, and I do feel this person annoys other people or rubs other people the wrong way as well. Like it's not just you, okay? And for some of you, this could be a boss or a manager who is very competitive with you. For those of you that have ever had a boss or a manager that's been very competitive with you, my heart goes out to you because that's real shitty energy. And perhaps some of you have had to, work extra hard and juggle multiple things because this person is on the warpath, or they're just being a shithead, or they're like triangulating people and pinning people against one another to try to get the best result. Pile number 3, do you have someone like that at work or in your family? I have to ask you because it's putting way too much pressure on you. You're very strong, you're very courageous, you do stand up, but this whole thing is creating like, and I feel like you guys are like, I only want to be around people that are like genuine and nice and caring and mean well when they do something nice for other people. I'm sick of being around people who become super judgmental when they help you out or give you something. I'm sick of being around people who are very constantly competitive all the time and stressing everyone out. I feel like this could be part of the issue with this King of Air. This could be a particular person. And I feel like with this Ace of Cups, you don't really want to be mad at this person. You'd rather just let it go. But I also feel like it could be part of the reason why you've been scattered and stressed out. We have here seeking perfection. Yeah, everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Okay? And trying to do too many things at once, wanting to please everyone, wanting to take care of everybody. You're just one person, pile number 3. It's not fair to have all that on your shoulders, okay? if you're like, well, I do have to take care of everyone, I do have to like help everybody, and it's too much, okay? And I feel like these other people need to make a decision about what they're gonna do, because I feel like you're not always gonna be there to support them constantly or forgive them constantly, you know? And so, yeah, we have here arrogance. Yeah, and that's coming out under this King of Air. Yep. And I kept wanting to say an air sign, but you heard me. My mouth kept saying an earth sign. So, not seeing the flaws hinders growth. No limits to learn and improve. And these are people that have this could be somebody that has a very bad issue with humility, that always thinks that they're right all the time, that thinks that they know best about everything, and therefore thinks that they're very brilliant, okay, and that they're very professional, and they're very brilliant, and they're very arrogant, and they like to rub it in the faces of others and compete with others. And I feel like the thing is this has just seeking this person's approval, or trying to be everything to this person, or trying to compete with it. It's just too much. Your nervous system is like, no, pile number 3, absolutely not. Okay. And maybe the idea is, I was trying to help everyone and be there for everyone, and I was trying to do everything for everyone else, but I feel like you're just saying, I can't be perfect all the time. It's too much. I'm done. I don't even want to try to be perfect. It's too much. It's driving me crazy. Okay, and we have hedgehog and trust. This is a reminder that if you feel that others do not understand you or get what you're doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. And maybe that's like, it's like, okay, I just want to like make peace with this person because I'm sick of them like constantly trying to compete with me. Pile number 3, does this person need to get their ass beat by me? Pile number 3, does this person need to get their butt kicked by your friendly tarot reader, Natalie? No, I'm just kidding. But, maybe this person is like, what are you doing? And they're always asking you to justify your time. Okay. And maybe some of you just want to escape, and you want to just spend time with the people that love you and support you, and you don't want to deal with this shit anymore. Okay. This person acts this way because they don't trust anybody else, and they're very, very competitive. Okay. And they're also very arrogant. You got that, pile number 3? That's why they're like that. I know you know it, right? They're arrogant, they're competitive, and they don't trust anyone. So that's why they act like such a gigantic a-hole, pile number 3. Okay. And maybe some of you here, you are trying to, breaking your back, trying to impress this person, or trying to get them to not fire you, or to try to get them to pay attention to you, or to try to keep your position, okay? Or, try to get them to finally appreciate you and love you, And Spirit is just like, yeah, it's a wrap on that, okay? And I feel like this person has this attitude of, what are you doing? Like, they look at you and they go, what are you doing? And they put you on the spot, okay? And you always feel like you're doing something wrong. And I feel like you're sick of that, okay? And sometimes you may just want to curl up and hide from the situation. And I get it. Like, geez, especially if it's at work, that is tough energy. And it says you may need a little bit of space right now. Yeah, not a little bit. I feel like you guys are like, Natalie, I need a lot of space. I need calm. I need no noise. I need calming spa music. I need a massage on my shoulders. I need to be truly valued and appreciated, 6 of Cups, by the people around me. And I need to start really enforcing some boundaries, strength card, with what's happening here. And I really need to focus on my physical health and being physically strong instead of trying to um, cater to this particular person. And I'm sick of it. Okay, is what I feel like you're saying. And I get it. Okay. And it's tempting to go and hide. It's tempting to just be like, fuck it, I can't deal with this anymore. All right. And maybe for some of you, for your own health, you do need to take a step back, or you do need to focus on your own self for a while. The title of your reading is Focus. So maybe you do need to pull back that energy and really focus on tender, loving care and appreciating and loving yourself and getting your own physical strength back for a while. I can relate, pile number 3, if that's the place that you're in. Okay. But Spirit is saying you may need some rest and space right now, but don't forget that the world needs your gifts and you are more than worthy. Okay. So don't let this thing hold you back. We have Moon in Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like some of you are like really over hating this person. All right. And you're really tired of like dealing with the negativity from the situation. And you just want to you see the butterfly is like leaving and taking flight. This is a change in your emotional life. We see the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. I feel like some of you are just like, I'm just sick of hating this person and I'm sick of the situation and I just want things to be nice and I just can't deal with it anymore. Even though like Moon and Scorpio underneath it, for those of you that are Scorpions, I said that in a very, that's a very Italian way of saying Scorpio, right? Scorpions. Or maybe I was saying it in a very, I don't know, in a very other accent way. I don't know, pile number 3. Maybe some of you here are Scorpios and you're like, oh no, I can get real pissed and I can hold on to that shit for a long time, Natalie, when someone pisses me off. And I feel like you guys are kind of sick of it, though. You're like, I am ready to forgive and move on and release this freaking energy. I'm so tired of it. I don't even care anymore. Bye. I feel like is what you guys are saying. And good for you. All right. For those of you that have Leo or Scorpio in your chart, welcome to your reading. Welcome to your stubborn ass reading. Okay. But I feel like you guys are ready to you're like, nope, I'm done. I'm not gonna I'm done with this situation. I'm done being obsessed with it. I'm done being resentful of it. I'm just over it. I don't care anymore. Just leave me alone. I want to move on. I want to forgive. I want to let go. I just want to focus on myself and my own healing. That is the correct answer on the test. Pile number 3. Got it. We have light, the angelic realm. Okay. And again, this is coming out underneath this King of Air and this arrogance energy. All right. This person, for whatever reason, is very, made very uneasy by you for some reason. And I feel like you guys are shrugging your shoulder and you're like, I didn't even do anything. Like, why are they so uneasy? And they're the ones that make you feel uneasy is what I feel. But some people are truly operating in a lower space and, being around people who are lighter and freer and just more deeper emotionally, and who are very light and free in their hearts, but are also very deep emotionally. That can be very tough for an arrogant a-hole to kind of deal with your light, But that isn't your problem, pile number 3. That isn't your problem, and that's not even what this reading is about. This reading is about your emotional energy becoming lighter, your emotional energy becoming forgiveness, not for them, but for you, and that you are going to receive a lovely gift, I feel, or a lovely validation from somebody. And it's like, wow, there are decent people in the world. Wow, there are nice people that actually care. And I feel like it lightens your soul and it rejuvenates your spirit. So, pile number 3, that is truly what Spirit would like you to focus on, is your physical health, your emotional health, rebuilding your strength, but also giving some lightness to your emotions and to your emotional being, and allowing space for forgiveness and just moving on from things, I feel, as well. All right. So pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you today, my lovelies. I hope you have a good one.